딸기 and 오이, 당근, and more 딸기,
And some hummus to dip.
hummus. Yeah.
Healthy snacks.
So this is third of Suda time?
Is it only third?
Is it fourth or third? I can't remember.
Me
Anyway.
neither. We thought we'd bring back
Mm.
the Suda time because we haven't done it in a while, and we obviously have really new topic for us to discuss.
Yeah, basically after you're pregnant, everything has been changed. Not changed, like everything has been
Yeah, I mean our
changed.
whole life
The reality
changed.
is changed, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so we thought we would talk a bit about how it's been since we found out we were having a baby, and initial feelings and our experience so far, right?
So how was it when you saw that the tester?
The test.
Uh,
So basically, I think we found out at a pretty crazy time because it was the end of the year.
it was Christmas time.
It was the end of the year, so we found out this news and we entered 2025 knowing that our 2025 was going to be very different,
Yeah.
right? I feel like for me, when the test was positive, I just couldn't process anything. I was in shock. I thought when I got to this stage in my life and I found out I was pregnant, I would be like super emotional and cry a lot. But I didn't. I was just like numb, do you know?
In your mind, probably you thought about so many things. I couldn't thought about it. It's just
it was
what's
just-
going on,
yes.
right? Yeah. When I saw first time, I just oh shit. How can I say more better than oh shit? Yeah, right.
But not in like, oh no way.
Not on oh no, because we planned. I was just sure. I don't know why.
Yeah, we were so sure.
Oh. I was sure.
For me, it's a moment I've pictured in my brain my whole life. What's this moment going to be like? And the fact that I was finally living the moment was really hard for me to understand. I was finally experiencing this,
Yeah.
and that's why I was so numb.
Yeah.
And then I did cry, but it was just, yeah, it was a pretty crazy experience, I'd say.
It is. It feels so weird.
So it was a really crazy way to end the year.
Yeah, it is.
And then we start a new year and know that it's going to look so different to what we could never have imagined. Yeah.
When we found out, we didn't tell anyone for almost 3 months. Right? Everyone shocked that we didn't tell anyone. Why? I feel like because you always told me before 12 weeks it could happen something. So just better keep the secret.
Yeah, I mean,
That's not secret, just like
yeah, but they always say, obviously 12 weeks is like this point where you need to get to, and the chance of anything bad happening reduces after that time. So the period up until 12 weeks is quite high risk period. I'm super close only to you and my family and your family, right?
and we are not really social.
And we don't
People?
have a lot of friends. Oh, there's so many flies just flying above you, right there. Yeah, we don't really live around anyone that we know. So,
Yeah.
and for me, it was really important that I told my family face to face. There was something about telling them over like phone call or FaceTime that I didn't want. I thought it's such big news of our lives. If we weren't, basically, we were going to my home for my granny's birthday, and it was right at the time where I was almost going to be 12 weeks. So the timing was like perfect. if we weren't going to my home,
Yeah.
I obviously would have had to like call them or FaceTime. But because we had that, we knew we were going to my home, made it easy to keep it secret because I knew I was going to get to tell them in person. Obviously, with your family, that's what's I was so shame. Like,
So shame. No, it's fine.
I know,
It is.
but we live so far away from Korea, but
We just had FaceTime with my family. Obviously, they're surprised. They always wanted to have grandchild.
that's what's so nice as well. But we are both the oldest child,
Oh yeah.
so it's our the first grandchild for both our sides of the family.
Yeah.
So they're going to be like,
When we told to your fam, we brought some doll, the little doll.
yeah, we bought this little like,
What was the name?
it's like a rabbit
Rabbit.
rattle thing.
Yeah.
You threw to my dad.
The little doll. Basically, he took maybe 7 seconds. He
I think it was longer than 7 seconds.
He got it, but he just looked at it, the doll, and
He-
looked at me.
he
And what does this mean?
Yeah.
Oh. Your sister,
When she finally could see it,
Oh.
and she knew straight away.
yeah.
And she stood up and she's like, "What? You're pregnant?" And then my mum, who was standing there, was like,
They're kind of anticipate because in Christmas time you're eating bit more a lot and fast.
"Yeah, my mum said that at
Oh.
Christmas." And this is before we knew. She said that I was eating so much food, and she had feeling.
Yeah. Is she pregnant or not?
Yeah. And then my sister has got like witch sense, so she kind of had feeling. And obviously they never told me anything like this. It was a fun time.
Yeah.
So I feel really glad because normally we don't go to my home like that often or that time of year. So just the fact that we were going for my granny's 90th birthday meant I was there, and it was 1 week before our 12-week scan. So
4 or 5 months later, did you tell your friend, any friends? Probably Rachel.
yeah, so I think I was 20 weeks before I told anyone.
Yeah, right?
So then after telling my family and your family, and obviously our parents told then like aunts, uncles, cousins, or we,
Yeah.
things like, or we told like your cousins and your friends. Then I think I was 20 weeks when I told, I was 18, I think. I told my best friend from childhood. And then after that, I just kind of like slowly told other people. I don't know, I just didn't. I found it to be really special that it was just us for a while. You know? That.
So many people say, you need to buy this, you need to buy that, you shouldn't buy this, such as things. But when you look at it honestly and clearly, slowly, you don't need a lot of things. You don't need like really expensive equipment for the baby.
I just think about how I grew up when I was kid, and you said same.
Yeah.
Like
when I was kid.
we didn't have all this fancy stuff.
Yeah, right. You know,
And
like,
we're fine, and we
Oh,
had
fine.
good childhood.
Oh.
You don't need all this, like, I think there's a lot of modern like equipment and things now, and obviously having a baby costs money. It's expensive, like you have to buy extra things, but you know, our plan is just to buy the basics.
Basics, just what we need.
Should I talk about how was the first trimester? Like
Yeah.
my feeling and
I-
how you felt.
When I just look at it,
Can you not remember? I don't know. It was I think the first 3 months,
nauseous.
it's a blur because we just found out we're having a baby, but you can't see anything yet, you can't feel anything, and I just felt like shit. Like, I think, I can't remember how many weeks it
And
started.
you're really, really, really tired, right?
Yeah, and I felt really, so the biggest thing I experienced was the nausea.
Oh yeah.
What?
She didn't drink a tea.
Yeah.
True.
So because of the nausea, and people call it morning sickness, but it's not only morning. I had all day sickness. So I just had 24/7 nausea. When I ate, it was fine. And then I finished eating and it would come back again. And then I didn't know what I wanted to eat. Nothing sounded nice.
Yeah.
Smells
you were like
really
that.
put me off. I couldn't,
Yeah.
basically for 3 months, I didn't cook or clean or do anything because I had a lot of gagging problems as well
yeah.
with smells. So Sogwon literally had to do everything in the house. Like I couldn't, I don't know what I would have done without you. Like you did everything, all the cooking, all the cleaning, all the laundry, all buying food, making food for 3 months, pretty much.
Time went so fast. I didn't know I did that for 3 months.
To me, it was so long
Really? I was really fast.
because I felt sick every day.
yeah.
I didn't throw up often. I only threw up a few times. The worst thing was, yeah, the gagging was awful. It would like some things would like trigger me, and then I couldn't. So yeah, the main things that happened, I didn't like to drink water. I didn't like hot drinks, so tea, which is so weird for me because I drink tea every day, and I had no tea for 3 months. And brushing my teeth was really hard because of the gagging.
What about food that you didn't like?
I don't think I really had food
Yeah.
I didn't like, and I didn't have any like major craving. There was times that I wanted to eat like a lot of grapes
Yeah.
and
You wanted to eat fruits, not meats stuff. More veggie fruits things.
and a lot of just easy things like sandwiches or like pot noodle.
Yeah.
So like not healthy things because I didn't want like proper meal. I don't know. There was every food sounded awful, and I'm not picky eater.
Yeah.
That was like so bizarre.
That
to
was so hard.
experience.
Yeah, it was a bit hard for me that I don't know what to buy for dinner.
Because you would ask me, what do you want? And I didn't know. I didn't want anything, but I was hungry and I needed to eat.
So I just bought what I want and she ate it.
And I think something else that really I hated as well was I just felt so like unmotivated. Like I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to lie in bed and sleep. And maybe that was to do with the nausea, I don't know. But I felt like
It was
that
all-
my mood was really low.
Yeah, also was winter time.
Yeah, yeah,
Double it. Double
yeah.
it.
So I don't know if that's like good or bad thing because I didn't do anything for 3 months, but we were also in the worst period of weather and like, you know, it gets dark early,
Yeah.
so you can't really do much anyway. So you're not missing. That also made my symptom, I think, feel worse because you get like seasonal depression during winter anyway, and then I was feeling so bad. It was like double effect. But then as soon as I kind of came into my second trimester, pretty suddenly those symptoms just ended.
That's so accurate. I'm so surprised. Why so accurate, everything?
I think I have been so far a really standard pregnancy,
Oh.
which is good. But yeah, that was what was crazy. It just ended suddenly. My nausea went away. I was hungry, I wanted to eat. I could start to do things in the house.
Yeah.
And my energy was
Yeah,
up
you
a
were
little.
more active after that time, I see.
So for you, was that hard to experience? Like me being so
No.
not... I wasn't nice to live with for 3 months. What is,
I was okay.
really?
Oh, because you're always like that.
No, you looked after me so well. I haven't really cried a lot, but the one thing I kept crying about was whenever someone was doing things for me. So if you were like doing the dishes or the laundry or something, that made me cry.
That's also one of the.
The hormones.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Now, she don't cry. She doesn't cry.
But I do cry easily. Like, so if I see something, I can cry like straight away. With hormones, I guess. Some like little funny things happened to me as well. Remember, so during this whole time, I still went to work every day.
Oh.
And one day, I left the house with my slippers still on instead of my shoes.
Yeah.
So like little weird things like that have been happening in my mind already. I'm getting a pregnancy brain or something.
Yeah, you quite often forget something. Like you said something and you forgot something. Yeah, a lot of
I
things.
guess my energy is working to grow human, so my brain is losing
Capacity.
Yeah, I think so. And some things like a few weeks ago, I left the key in the door.
Oh yeah.
And that
What?
is
When I
not,
look at it,
that's
what?
not me.
Oh, that's not you. And you're so shocked.
I was so shocked that I'd done that. And I didn't even know I'd done it because you got home and the key had been in the door. I have never done anything like that in my life. Like, I am someone who's always double checking keys, locks, everything like that. And I was so shocked that I'd done that.
Me too.
You were
What
so
the heck?
shocked. And I looked at it and I was like, what? So that was kind of like one of those moments that, oh God, yeah.
A lot of that they're really frustrating about that we didn't find out the gender of the baby.
So that's
Like,
so that's something we didn't say anywhere.
yeah,
We don't know the
we
gender.
don't know. We don't know too.
So in the UK,
Because-
when you have your 20-week scan, is when they can tell you the gender.
Yeah.
I think before that you can get like blood tests and stuff if you want, but if you're doing NHS, and we said we don't want to know, so it was quite funny in the scan. We had to keep closing our eyes, even though you were like
Yeah.
peeking
I
little.
tried to see, but I don't know. No idea.
But everyone who we tell about being pregnant or her having a baby, obviously the first thing they ask is, oh, are you having a boy or a girl? And then we say, oh, we don't know, we are going to wait until birth, and they're so shocked. So we didn't realize how uncommon that was these days. And yet,
gender.
something I've seen as I've gotten older and I keep watching pregnancy baby content is obviously the big thing is gender reveal, finding out if we're having boy or girl. And you see that, like that's the trend now. But obviously not everyone has like big party, but I think a lot of people do find out. I think every single person I've told has been shocked that we don't know. Also, I think a lot of people think we've got a lot of self-control because we waited to tell people and we are not finding out. Like we can control, we're obviously, we're
No.
patient and obviously I'm super curious, but I think it's going to be, I'll ask you, why did we decide not to find out?
Because you said you don't want to buy.
That's not why. We both agreed. I always thought that, like my parents, they didn't find out with me. Like back in those days, you couldn't really find out the gender. There wasn't really like gender reveal. I don't know. Maybe I kind of like traditional. And then also, I've never been super surprised in my life, like about something. And I think this is going to be such a moment where we're going to be so surprised whenever I give birth and it's going to be like, it's a boy or it's a girl. Like, we're going to be like, oh my God. And also, we don't care.
Yeah.
We don't care if it's a boy or if it's a girl. And like I said, we're not buying a lot of stuff. So we're not buying we need to know so we can buy girl things or boy things. Like, do you know?
Because it's just a 50-50. It's going to be boy or girl. So we always say health is the most important things, whatever its gender are. I kind of wanted to have a boy because if it's girl, it's too pretty. That's why.
And it gives you too much worry.
Boy, it's just you don't need to care. It's just like be naked and run around everywhere. Running around, isn't it? Well, it's just health.
That's all.
But
Yeah.
we check every scan and everything's okay, healthy, good heartbeat sound. You're eating well. I'm eating well. Yeah, we are all good in good situations. So that's why I don't have any like worry. We are all healthy and good.
And that's what we just have to be thankful for, that everything has been smooth so far.
Yeah, it was smooth.
What about what people think we're going to have then? Because everyone, like
What, gender?
our family,
Oh, yeah.
obviously because we don't know, everyone's guessing.
My family said it's going to be a boy. They had a dream. It was boy. I had a dream actually 2 days ago. Right? It was boy.
And that same night, I had a dream that I was giving birth, but I didn't. In my dream, I didn't see the baby or something. I was just experiencing birth. And then you dreamt that it was a boy. Like,
Yeah.
that was so weird. I have had 2 dreams since knowing I was pregnant where I could see our baby,
Yeah.
and both times it was a girl. Before I got pregnant, and I think it was maybe only a few years after we were together, maybe only like 1 year, I had a dream that we had a baby and it was a boy. So I was so sure that our first baby would be a boy because I dreamt this years and years ago. But since being pregnant, my dreams, it's been a girl. And then my family thinks it's a girl. Like my mom and my sister have really strong vision that it's a girl.
Yeah.
So basically we've got lots of mixed ideas. And now, oh, there's doggy. Hello.
Yeah. And then
And very closer.
did you like strawberry?
Oh, yes.
Okay, there's strawberries in here. But I think this is such a special time. We really want to try and document
Yeah.
for our memories and for us to watch
Yeah.
back. Like, I can't even imagine when we have our baby and they're like 3 years old and we can watch this back and think, oh, we haven't met them yet, do you know?
Yeah.
That's why I want to do these videos
Yeah.
for us.
Not just about we're not documenting of the baby. I want to documentary ourselves.
And our experiences
our
and our
experience.
feelings.
Yeah.
I think it's,
Anyway, this means we're going to post quite often, maybe.
we hope so.
We hope so, but not hope so, we will.
Yeah, we will. Not hope so, we
We
will,
will, yeah.
because it's important memories that I don't want to miss. I want to make sure we can watch in the future.
Yeah.
That's why.
Share
our
I think this
experience.
is the really big gift for the baby, isn't it? That your parents documents all the clips.
I would love to watch that about
Right.
my parents. Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys can watch this too. I don't know what helps you, or I hope that you can get any positive.
I think for us,
Life.
like, we're young-ish, no.
Yeah,
And
kinda.
this is, all brand new experience for us in life. And yes, like it's the most amazing thing, but we're scared, and also we're worried, and you know, there's so many things that comes with baby, like your health, like finance, so many things, and we're not these people who have like all this crazy stuff, and like when they're preparing for their baby they can like, you know, we don't have that, and we won't have that, but we're trying to focus on the like what's life really for. Yeah, like the pure human moments.
Pure human,
And I think like we always find happiness in the really small things in life.
I don't know, because we're still learning
Yeah.
our life too.
That's the thing.
Yeah, we don't know still like which one's right, which one is wrong. Everything is right and wrong, so
As long as it's right for us and for our baby, and we hope you can enjoy it with us.
see you later.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Yeah, we'll see you later. Yeah.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit. There's a human in there. Do you think I talked a lot? I don't want to like, you know, be the only one